Now in this video, I will tell you why people cheat in relationships. Now there is no definite answer that tell you why people cheat when they are in a relationship. In fact, there are multiple reasons, and there's many scenarios and situations where people, decide to go and cheat on their partner. Let's first, acknowledge that cheating happens whether we like it or not. So it's something universal, something that is not gonna ever disappear from our life. Human make mistakes, so these mistakes can be cheating. So we need to accept the fact that cheating is something will happen to you, to me, to anybody else. So that's the first, fact we need to understand. What are the scenarios that, allow or make people want and desire, to cheat on their partners? So based on my interviews and my knowledge and the experience I had in the past, I will lay out few scenarios, and and if you have any new scenarios on top the ones I will share with you, maybe you can leave a comment and tell us about other scenarios. Okay, the first scenario is that people might cheat in a relationship out of boredom. So they get bored with their partner. So maybe they are in a long-term relationship, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and then one of them start to feel bored about their sexuality and their intimacy, and then they decide to cheat. That's let's say the simplest way why people go and cheat. The other reason, it's also connected to the lack of intimacy. So if the relationship becomes more like a function and more like a duties, and the lack of romance and intimacy between the man and the woman start to fade away, one of the partners will might for them it's intimacy is really important, and if it's not there, they find very difficult to cope with the relationship, but they want to keep the relationship alive and at the same time meet their needs, so they go and cheat. So that's also another scenario. Another one where you go into a relationship that you don't feel 100% that she or he is the right person, but you decide to go for it for the sake of it, because you don't want to be alone, or just circumstances just put you together, and then you go into that relationship, and then later on you discover that he is not the one you really want, and he's not fulfilling all your needs, but at the same time there's a good quality about him, or there's a good quality about her, and so, you do want to stay with her, but at the same time you want to cheat. So you have this conflict, so you decide to cheat on your partner and lying actually on your partner by not telling them, but you would like to keep both again. So it's a very interesting situation that a lot of people, like, they want to cheat on their partner, but at the same time they love their partner and they want to stay with him or with her, but they still have desire to cheat on their partner. So this is a good question to ask yourself, like why you want to do that. And there are also like multiple layers on why people go for that scenario. And the last one I would say is that people cheat when sometimes they are in a relationship, and at some point, let's say in the relationship, that person start to feel that for him this is not enough. For him, he wants something more, or suddenly his values about relationships has changed. So and he decides to, or that he wants to have a sexual intimacy with different people, but then he is very afraid to tell his woman this, so he decides to cheat. The same applies for a woman. Sometimes you are in a period where you are very kind of happy with your partner, and after that you realize that your values about relationship start to change, and then you decide not to address it to your partner, and then you just act upon your desire and cheat. So this is also an interesting scenario, because the values of our relationship sometimes are influenced by the surrounds and societies. So when we go into a relationship, we actually go into this relationship based on the values that maybe society, our parents, culture give it to us. But then later on we discover that these values do not match the reality or our true values about what it means to be in a relationship. So what to do here, like what can we do to deal with cheating? It's a very tough question, but I have only one answer for this, which is to have the courage to speak the truth about where you are in your life when you face a situation and you have the desire that you want to go and cheat. And when I say have the courage to speak the truth to your partner, this is a very difficult situation, and many people don't have the courage to go and sit down with their partner and speak about the situations. And maybe if you communicate with your partner from the start, from the beginning, about certain issues that bothering you, like if you communicate with your partner that you are feeling bored about the relationship, so maybe you and your partner, you can start to work on that and start to spice up the situations, so the idea of cheating disappear and fades away. Or maybe if you start to feel that your values about relationship start to change, and you want to go and have sex with different men or women, then it's important to sit down with your partner and communicate that with them and speak to them truthfully how you feel. Now this is a very risky, because some of your partners, they will decide this is not good for them and they will leave you, and some of them, they will understand you and listen to you and maybe support you. What is better, to go and cheat on your partner so they feel hurts and the relationship finish, and then after that they go into a new relationship with the damage that you caused for them, and then they have this lack of trust with other partners? Or to go and speak the truth and communicate clearly, speak your mind with courage about how you feel about situations. And I'm talking about from the moment you start to feel bored, or there's a lack of intimacy, or there's thoughts in your head, or there's certain fantasies you want to to communicate or to do with your partner or with other people. You must have a full transparency with your partner about these topics. And then they might get hurt, yes, but they will respect you and they will trust you. They might leave you, but still, when they remember you, they remember the guy or the woman who came to them and spoke the truth and told them exactly what he or she think about the future of this relationship. So that's my opinion, and this is what I believe, that people should act from their own truth and communicate with transparency. Now if you have any scenarios or any comments, any questions, make sure you leave a comment below this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time.